Port Vale are famous for being supported by singer Robbie Williams, who is their club president. But Williams, whose hits included Kids, will be thrilled that his League One side are fast becoming known in football for developing some top young England talent.
Just ask rookie striker Bailey Dipaper, who on Wednesday scored twice on his Young Lions debut for the under-17s against Northern Ireland at St George's Park. Or Wesley Jose, who has been part of the England U15's emerging talent camp. The Valiants have also in the past year received compensation packages from Newcastle for 14-year-old wonder kid Michael Mills and Aston Villa for under-15s player Freddie Laurie, as well as 18-year-old striker Tommy McDermott joining Burnley.
And the club have so far this season given minutes in senior football to 10 academy products, including the now departed McDermott, while 5 of them have made their EFL debuts. Read more in FOOTBALLON. Again, fans fume as Sky Sports announced TV selection as team are picked for 31st Timmer Hot Wheels winner VWT Rock R or £25,000 cash alternative from just 62p with our discount code this season. Vale are closing in on an incredible 50 League One appearances for academy products.
That is not to mention Vale have been entrusted to help England under-20s duo Dan Gore and Alfie Devine, both 19, develop in the first team on loan from Manchester United and Tottenham respectively. And Oliver Arblaster spent the first half of this season at Vale and has since broken into the Sheffield United team in the Premier League.
This blossoming of talent are the fruits of a match made in heaven between club owner Carol Shanahan OBE and her family, the people of Burslem, and academy director Will Ryder and his staff. Most read in football couldn't care. LEICE Leicester suing Premier League and EFL as they launched damning statement. Got shirty fans spot what Elliott did wearing controversial England shirt for first time footy shame. Former Prem star found slumped at wheel and 4 times drink drive limit. Final 4 FA Cup semi-final co-times changed impacting Man United, Coventry, Chelsea and City. Casino special, best casino welcome offers. Shanahan fell in love with Port Vale after the family business, fintech company Synectic Solutions, moved next door to their stadium in 2015 and she went to a match.
Her son Patrick told Sunsport, she moved the business along with 350 staff here from Newcastle under Lyme. Nike changing our England kit is borderline offensive, utter cobblers. Shame on 'em, says Colin Robertson. The locals thanked our family for coming to Burslem because they had only been used to people leaving for 20 years.
Suddenly a high street that had the lowest percentage of shops in the UK started to get life into it because staff were going into the town during lunch breaks. We were sent gifts and received so much goodwill. Mum was moved by how much people in a deprived area cared about their community, yet no one was helping them.
She recognized Port Vale was at the center of it, so went to a game to learn more. I was living in Manchester then and remember calling her. There was the loud noise of lots of people and she said, "I'm on a coach with the Vale fans, we're off to Exeter." Shanahan eventually bought the club from unpopular ex-owner Norman Smurthwaite for a hugely inflated £5 million 5 years ago, a figure she likened to paying a ransom for a loved one held hostage, but someone had to pay it.
Since Vale became free of their captor, her family have put people at the front and center of the club's vision. They plan to leave a lasting legacy in Burslem, making Vale a welcoming club where local people can go, aspire to better themselves and learn good life skills and values.
And delivering on that vision with flying colours has been Ryder, who took charge of the academy 2.5 years ago. He said, "We've now arrived at a sweet spot where we're renowned across England as a centre for producing players and good people as well.
That sits at the heart of everything we do. It's centered on individual development but within a team structure. There's opportunity here because of a clear pathway into the first team, and it's then up to the young players to take that chance."
Everyone who comes through this door is on their own journey, and we're here to make sure we help every person with their own needs regardless of what level they're at. When a player ends his journey at Port Vale, whether it's to go to another professional club, play semi-pro or do something else entirely, we want them to look back fondly at their time here.
Also, crucially, we want him to remain loving the game because less than 1% of academy kids go on to become pros. Vale's Super Kids here are the academy products who have played in the first team this season.
Reese Walters, 18, midfielder Jack Shorrock, 16, defender James Plant, 19, winger Tommy McDermott, 18, midfielder now at Burnley Dan Mahaffey, 18, midfielder Ben Lomax, 18, defender Bailey Diepa, 17, forward Logan Cousins, 17, midfielder Andrew Buah, 17, forward Liam Brazier, 17, midfielder, and, because this sport is brutally competitive, we make sure we support people when they're not playing. Sometimes that's putting an arm around them but also being honest about where they are.
One of our players was around the first team but wasn't breaking into the side, and I had a frank conversation with him and one of his parents about where he was falling short. When he made his debut, that parent couldn't thank me enough because at that point they needed that honest chat.
Unlike at some pro clubs, the Valiants like players' families to be at the center of their development. One scholar, for example, was treated to some boardroom hospitality at a recent game along with his family.
As Ryder said, it's important to bring people in, rather than shut him out. Families can play a massive part in the journey, and I've seen many times in football where they've been pushed out. Patrick Shanahan, who is the club's chief strategy officer, added, "Will has been massive in helping us deliver on our family's vision.
We know parents are sending their son to our academy, their boy. And he's giving away a part of his childhood to be developed and push himself to get into the professional game. That deserves huge respect, so it's important to care about their son as a human being."
And that's what we do. The club takes care of helping players develop life skills. Their under-18s went to a local fire station to improve leadership qualities, while under-9s are encouraged to stand in front of their peers to talk through their clips.
Ryder added, "The more they do that at a younger age, the more natural and comfortable it becomes." The business model relies on good recruitment and either receiving training compensation fees when players get taken by Category 1 academies or selling players at the right price when they are pro.
The Shanahans have invested funds into the academy so over time it can pay for itself. The club are playing catch-up in that department as it had not enjoyed much outlay during the past quarter of a century. Read more. Son STORIESHAIR scare I lost my hand after blasting it with a hairdryer for 20 minutes in freak accident. Change channel. Amazon Fire TV stick owners gain more free channels filled with huge shows, but things are now taking off.
Ryder added, "You don't need an endless pit of money to create something special. It's about maximizing what you've got to the best to allow you to get the best gains."
Quote,